Good morning, everybody. Auronnj here with another Honkai Star Rail video, and patch 1.1 has delivered to us its first piece of content, the Starhunt Game. It's the first content we've gotten for Honkai Star Rail after a patch. Yes, I know we got the Border Town Super League as kind of like a little mini update, and it was fine, but 1.1 promised us new characters, new content, and Starhunt Game is the first piece. So let's review it. Let's talk about if it was enough content to keep people coming back to this game, to keep people spending their money enjoying Honkai Star Rail for the foreseeable future. Now, I want to start by talking about some positives of the Starhunt game. First of all, when you're talking content, this is not a main story update. There's no main story added to the game here. However, there is a ton of side content added here. 3 characters have their stories further fleshed out. Obviously, Silverwolf as the new character that's dropping, this is technically her character side quest to invite her onto the space train to hang out with us, but there's so much more to it than that. You're also getting a lot of backstory with Screwlum, who's introduced for the first time, and he and Silverwolf are kind of going head to head in this. I'm not going to spoil how things turn out, but let's just say Screwlum doesn't just sit there and take a beating from Silverwolf. This does not end up being just like an LOL meme of Silverwolf just hacking everybody, running around and like doing shenanigans. There's a lot more to this, and Screwlum ends up looking like a pretty deep, pretty cool character, and I think it built some hype up for him. So later on, people might be excited about pulling for this guy. And then we have to talk about Herta and the simulated universe as well. Starhunt Game dives into Herta's character a little bit, kind of explores her relationship with Screwlum, her relationship with the Genius Society, and most importantly, in my opinion, opens up a little bit of lore about the simulated universe. This is not just something Herta is doing by herself in a bubble. Again, no spoilers here, but the main character, the character you are role-playing in this role-playing game, is repeatedly going into the simulated universe and getting pummeled by bosses, collecting rewards. And so it's really neat that they bring the main character into this side story by fleshing out the simulated universe a little bit more. Not only that, if we go check out the simulated universe here, there is a ton of rewards added to this thing through the events tab. Every event that you find, like, you have the battle option in simulated universe, and you have the other options where a little scenario plays out. You can get 20 jades for every single one of these from this event. There are 38 of them, so if my math is right, 38 times 20 is 760 potential jade. You don't have to encounter these during the event. It counts for all the ones you've gotten in the past. And now, as I'm playing through simulated universe on my account, what I find myself doing is, instead of doing the combat rooms, which I always did because like I just run in there, hit auto, let my team run it over, now I'm doing those little side events because I want all this jade. My account's a free-to-play account, well, mostly a free-to-play account now, and that jade's really helpful. So I like not only how it built out simulated universe's story and history a little bit, but also directly added rewards to simulated universe. Now, let's talk about rewards a little bit, and there is a great deal of rewards here. I think one of the things that people were disappointed about in the Boulder Town Super League was the amount of Stellar Jade available. It was pretty low, and there is a lot more Stellar Jade available in Starhunt Game. If you complete all of the bits of Simulated Universe, which that is some work, that's true, you're going to have to play a little bit to do that, and get all the rewards from the Arcade Challenge here, where you're getting all the, you complete all these challenges, you get Jade every single time. I added it all up. There's a potential of, I believe, 1,360 Jade from the Simulated Universe rewards, the rewards from the Arcade Challenge in the Starhunt Game, and the rewards just for completing the character quest that is Starhunt Game, the companion mission. For example, here you see the rewards for Companion Mission Part 2 for Clara, 350 character experience, 60 jade. The Starhunt Game is giving you 600 Trailblazer experience and 100 jade. Now, these aren't a one-to-one comparison because Clara had 2 quests, but maybe we'll get a second quest for Starwolf. Either way, that's a lot of jade on the table to go get. It's almost a 10 pull, and that feels really good for a side quest. And we haven't even talked about the best part of Starhunt Game yet, and that's the completely free-to-play 4-star light cone. You farm this thing out by just completing the first story mode, the first part of this event. You get, I think this is called before the tutorial mission or something like that. You get the card just for completing this. And then most importantly, through the store, which you can see in about 2 days of casual playing, I've cleaned out, you get all of the superimposed material. So you get a superimposed 5 4-star light cone that, while not best in slot for the new unit, is plenty good if you are a free-to-play or low spender and can't afford to be pulling on light cone banners. Light cone banners continue to be whale territory in this game. They really power up your 5 stars. This is fine. You're going to be loving life with this. It also gives you ascension material for the new character and trace material for every different type of character in the game. This has been fantastic. The store, and these stores, by the way, are not unique to gacha game, to Honkai Star Rail. They're in about every gacha game. Store events come with stores. This one was fairly easy to clean out. It only took a couple of days. So I didn't feel like I had to be on every day, like grinding this thing out. I got other things I want to do in the game. I've got other things I want to do in life. And so it wasn't too much of a taxing experience on my time to play through a very enjoyable Silver Wolf side story, get a lot of really good rewards, and honestly, I just felt like my time was respected by this. And that's not something I can say in a lot of games. Alright, I'm going to put a little bow on this video by just telling you what I think the positives and negatives of the Starhunt game were. First, there's a lot of positives here. I think the development team is really listening to feedback from the community. There was that survey that was put out not too long ago. I filled it out. I hope you all filled it out. Other content creators have been publicly filling it out. We must tell the developers how we feel about the game if we want them to change it for the positive. That seems like an obvious thing, but it's worth repeating here. And so let me tell you what I thought about the Starhunt game, right? That's kind of my goal with this. First of all, the story it added, the lore to Screwlum, to Silverwolf, to Herta, and the MC. I felt really good about that. To me, the main character now felt more connected to some of the characters they're journeying with. That's not something that happens in a lot of games' side stories. A lot of times you play the side content in games, and the main character is either just forgotten about or not a main part of the story. Here, we're talking about simulated universe, and the main character is repeatedly going into simulated universe. The main character is talking to the people. I like that. I like to roleplay in my role-playing games. It just makes me feel like, I don't know if that's lame or if it makes me something. I don't care. I like that. So I like that the main character felt maybe not front and center, because I think the Screwlum Silverwolf dynamic was front and center, but the main character was there participating, and one of the things I do a lot in the game got enhanced in simulated universe, by this side content. So I like that. I think obviously the rewards were good, especially for only having to put 2 days into it. So a ton of positives. Overall, very much in favor of this event. What I would like to see changed, I would really like to see one of two things happen. One of these things is more of like a macro level, like big change to the game. The other one would be a way to fix a problem I think the game has through the side content. I either want one of these two things to happen. One, these side stories give a lot more Stellar Jade, and not even for just the sake of pulling. I want to play this game more, and right now the energy problem in the game is probably my least favorite thing. I am tempted to just keep spending Stellar Jade on energy refreshes, and as a free-to-play player or on an account that's spending like 20 bucks every 40 days or something like that, spending your Stellar Jade doesn't feel good. Now, I would feel better about spending my Stellar Jade if these events gave me more, maybe like 2,000 Jade. Then I'm all about, grinding out some more gear with Jade, pushing my Trailblazer level, something like that. Now, I do understand Stellar Jade is the way the company makes money, right? Yes, they sell the Battle Pass, and that's the thing that I'm buying, but other than that, they want you to buy the Jade. So I don't know how they want to balance that. This feels a lot better than the Boulder Town. I keep wanting to call it Border Town. Boulder Town Super League. We got a lot more here. especially through the simulated universe parts, and there needs to keep being a way, like, listen to me on this, there needs to keep being a way for us to earn jade in the game. I think if we ever get to a place where you're just completely tapped out and there's not events releasing more jade, it'll just feel bad. I don't want to have days where I earn 0. At least here, with all of that jade being added to simulated universe, I could keep going back there, I could keep trying those different little events and keep earning more. So overall, I thought it was a very, very positive event. I'm happy that it's being immediately followed up by another one, and I hope that keeps happening. We don't want to enter a big lull in this game. It has a lot of momentum right now, so keep rolling out new events, keep releasing new 4-star characters. We did not get a new 4-star character with the Silver Wolf event. We are getting one with Lucia, so 1.1 is kind of covering that. We'll address that when it gets here, though. Okay, those are my thoughts on the Starhunt game. I thought it was really, really good. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments section. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.